Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Guys, amazing things have occurred. Look at that empire. I mean, that is incredible. We are doing really, really well. Another interesting bit of information is over here in our North African theater. We've taken Alexandria, or I should say we're about to take. We've taken Alexandria. We're going to take Cairo very soon. And interestingly enough, unfortunately, our old allies, they're still kind of allies, but not really under our control anymore. The Novus Imperium Romanum, now led by the Turks, is moving on the eastern side here of the British. So actually, if they ask us for basing rights, I will allow it. As you can see right here, still a tremendous amount of naval battles we've taken a look at. Look at how well we did over here. We absolutely sunk the hell out of all these British ships. It was a convoy ship defended by a number of other ships here, but our Navy managed to crush them. And I think that's just excellent to see just all the damage done here. Definitely puts a smile on my face. Not all of them victories, of course, but close enough. Over here, we actually destroyed a French submarine. And now France is relegated to North Africa here. So we've got to continue the attack. We're going to go ahead and keep going. And at this point, we're trying to decide what to do next. One good thing about this is if we take a look at this war here, this is very interesting. The Americans are not part of this war. It still remains the Italian-Romanian War, despite the fact that that has been settled. That issue has been settled long ago. And right now we have to hit the UK. The British Raj is part of this war. I mean, we've brought so many different factors into it that we very well may need to try and do an invasion. The Japanese army embraces Nanshin-ron. The armed forces of Japan have long acknowledged that Japan does not possess the natural resources needed for a prolonged war effort. With rising tensions and outbreaks of armed conflict involving the world's major powers, the threat of loss of import seems greater by the day. To counter this, the Japanese strategists have come up with a strategic plan to seize Western colonies in Southeast Asia and the Pacific. These resource-rich regions will fuel the Japanese war machine and allow it to continue more or less unhindered, as long as the colonial powers in the United States keep at bay. And the fall of Cairo, guys. Jubilant Italian soldiers entering Cairo. Of course, the Great Pyramids of Giza will now, of course, simply be a tourist trap for our country, which I absolutely adore. We're still trying to fight quite a number of British troops here. Of course, they're not going to give up without a fight. So we are attacking, and some actually Dutch troops over here assisting the Britishers. Don't know what's going on there, but there we go. We've got our explosives team. And actually, it looks like the Japanese want to send us 3 volunteers. Why not, I suppose? Pretty sure the Japanese are part of the Axis. If not, that's even cooler. No, they're not. Look at this, guys. So the Japanese have started their own faction, the Daiko Gyoken, which is basically Japanese supremacy over the world. It's going to be really interesting to see how this eventually goes. So right now, the main battle is going on over here, obviously in Northeast Africa. I'm going to keep attacking, keep pushing through here. Just take all of these oil-rich regions, and let's go up here and see if maybe we can start setting up for a land invasion of some sort. I'm going to select this guy. We're definitely going to have to get rid of some of the men, but I'm just going to select all the men. All the men are all going to go over here and perhaps prepare for a land invasion of the United Kingdom. I hope that the Germans are thinking the same thing, because right now, obviously, we don't know what's going to occur. What if suddenly the Soviets want to have a war with us? That's going to be a serious problem. I want to make sure that Stalin is still in power, and of course he is. Volunteer forces and transfer, and some resistance to occupation over here in Normandy, but I'm not really too concerned about it. We could probably just go ahead and put some units there, keep them under control. Now, one thing that is important is the Spanish. Since we're not the faction leader, we can't actually invite Spain into our faction. But I would definitely like to. I think they belong here, and the same with the Portuguese. Trying to get them into our faction would be a great thing. Maybe improving relations is a good thing, or maybe we can improve relations and then stage a coup. I'm not really sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost my party popularity here. We're actually going to try and get the Portuguese to embrace fascism. Funny thing, I used to think that Salazar was a fascist, but an interesting historical fact is when Salazar rose to power, he not only banned the Communist Party, he also banned the Fascist Party. Now, some could argue this is because he wanted his own Estado Novo party to be the main fascist party. This is also probably the case, but I found that pretty interesting. So getting on his side is probably a good move on our end. We're sending more men out here to fight. Another attack. Oh, they hit our convoys badly right now. The enemy is badly damaging our convoys. And large ships on low strength. Yeah, we're going to have to start getting some more ships, obviously. In fact, if we take a look over here, we've got some free dockyards. I want to go ahead and let's get some submarines out here. So let me take a look. Some Italy class SS2s. It's going to take a while to build those up, but it's a start. Just if you guys just look in the Mediterranean, so many ships have been hit here. I mean, the sharks have eaten well. In fact, we've even fought, and this is quite amazing, we have actually fought Australian troops, which is amazing. This entire area is just one big battlefield for ships, and we have to keep it up, obviously. I hope the Turks are doing their job too. Look at that, they actually dropped them in Somaliland. Well, thank you, Japan. Japan knew exactly where to drop the troops. I'm not sure they can do much here, but they're actually going to fight on their own, and maybe we can go and send some troops to assist them. So now France is taking this area, of course. We're trading the southern part here, basically Ethiopia, etc., to keep this oil-rich northern part, and I think that's probably a better idea. And then what we'll do is we'll grab this force led by Pietro Balloglio, and we will consolidate. We'll put a defensive line here and try to defend against the enemy. Another thing is we've got a lot of planes here from previous battles, so I'm going to bring these planes over here and basically have them come to Alexandria and assist our boys in their fight against the Imperial Britishers. Let's go ahead and attack here. Why the heck not? And they're going to be very helpful in the Middle East. Look at that. The Turks are also pushing on this side, so this is perfect. We want the Turks taking that land. I'm fine with them getting Jerusalem. No problem at all. As long as we get Alexandria, all this area here, and we can stop Canadians, the British Raj. There's so many different factions here that are trying to fight us. We're going to go ahead and just basically try to crush them. And then we'll go ahead and form a defensive line. I think this should work out pretty well. And it looks like we've got sandstorms to deal with. Not the greatest weather when you're trying to fight a battle. Not at all. So we're going to go ahead and send these guys in as well. I hope that their support can really greatly help. Hopefully the British don't try to push through here. I don't think they will, though. I think that Cairo is firmly under our control. But we're still going to have a lot of fighting to do if we plan to take these regions from the enemy. Okay, we got this submarine effort that is going to help. Wait, we're not French? What the hell is wrong with you? I've wanted to get Italian highways for a while now. This adds a lot of infrastructure, and we need it. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get the Italian highway system. It's about time. You know, we've done a lot of fighting. Kind of maybe start focusing on our economy just a little bit. Couldn't hurt, I should say. Okay, I'm going to grab this guy. We're again cutting across, trying to cause as much confusion as possible, as I said before. And actually, we could possibly break through here. I want to see how our Japanese friends are doing. They're pretty much stuck, but we could kind of keep attacking. I don't think I'm going to take the bait, though. I think I'm going to go right up north. I'm not going to even bother with the south, and we're just going to try to meet up as soon as possible. Okay, some dive bombing. Absolutely. I'd like to also take a look here at the tank classes, but also at our engineering. We always want to improve our engineering. The decimetric radar is pretty good, but we haven't actually built any radar stations. So let me get some submarine workshops, because the naval war in this game has been amazing. It's been tremendous, and I'm also going to get some basic small arms factories. We're still low on equipment production, but we're doing as best we can. It looks like for once we filled our pre-war infantry equipment, but it's probably a good idea to go ahead and get some modern infantry equipment, if I don't say so myself. So let's take a look here. Early war infantry equipment. That would be better than pre-war for sure. So let's get some early war infantry equipment, and of course this is going to be given only first and foremost to meat units, but we only actually need 5. So yes, interesting. It kind of replaces the rifle we're currently using. Okay, let's see here. We've got South African troops. How dare you do this? We're going to have to attack them and hopefully get them the hell out of our business. Might not even be a bad idea, guys, to send some forces over from the mainland to land here and try to defend against the British. I really think the Germans should send us some stuff. I don't know what's going on with them. Let's go ahead. We desperately need some goods, some oil. The great thing about not being at war with the Soviets is you can buy oil from them. Oh, good. So we'll go ahead, we'll get oil from the Soviets. I think that's all we need. And this is, of course, assuming the convoys even make it here. Now, there we go, some more free dockyards. We'll use that to build the rest of the submarines. Looks like we've got those built. So let's get some Littorio class. These are extremely strong battleships. Well, for our Navy, they're very strong. And building them should be able to help us big time. So far, no issues between the Reich and the Russians at all. Everything seems to be going okay between them, and I think that's a good thing. I'd rather not have to worry about fighting the Soviets, if I had to be absolutely honest. We are expending a tremendous amount of resources to keep these navies afloat. The fact is, the enemy's losing a lot of ships here, but so are we. This is a hell of a fight. Look at all those Greek ships we destroyed. Oh, no, wait, those are our ships we got destroyed. We actually destroyed more of the enemy, but of course the Greeks are on our side now because, as you guys remember, I created this tiny, tiny puppet state of Crete. They call themselves Greece, but they're not. It's just Crete, led by Metaxa, the Greek fascists. So, quite interesting there, and we want to just keep consolidating the troops, like I said before. Keep pushing through, so let's keep pushing through if we can, and just try to meet in the center. These sandstorms are obviously not helping us accomplish anything, but the fact is, we've got to take this land and reorganize our forces if we can plan to defend against that British assault from the south. So there we go, cutting some of the units off is probably a good idea, and I definitely want to get into a point here where we are fighting the Brits. It looks like they're trying to break through, and so far, everything is a victory on our end. In fact, we're going to take a look here, guys, at the casualties. We lost 214,000 men in this war so far, which is amazing. And the German Reich is not in our war. Wow, that is weird. So we're going to call the German Reich into our war. The UK's lost 83,000 men. Legionnaires Romania 32,000. France 56,000. I guess after they took France, Germany ended the war. And we have called them, and there we go. Legionary Romania has capitulated. France has capitulated. Absolutely amazing. I thought that already occurred, but what can I say? I guess that could just be part of the mod, I guess. I thought they already capitulated. Oh, I see what happens. Now it all becomes Italy. Look at that, guys. This is unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable. Look at this, guys. We have all of this land. The entire Sahara Desert belongs to us. All of Central Africa, or most of Central Africa. This changes the game big time. And now the Germans are on our side. They can actually start sending some troops to assist us in fighting the enemy. And this now is, without a doubt, 100% a world war. Wow, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Things are getting very, very interesting here. And so far, it looks like Italian domination is almost certain. And at this point, I think if we wanted to, we could walk right into Hitler's bunker, shoot him in the face, and declare ourselves leader of fascism worldwide. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and have an awesome, awesome day.